Car Connection is
Listen to this. This must be Car Connection Radio.
It is Sunday. This is Car Connection Radio. I am Jamie Bendel. My co-host for the program is Vince Tobia. We've been talking today about how do you know when it's time to buy a new car. I say the number one indicator of when it's time to replace your automobile is when you hate the car that you're in. Every time you get in it, you dread it. And I say that's the message. Now,
are you trying to make it up for why I didn't come up with number one reason?
No, I didn't. You didn't ask me what was my number one reason, so I was introducing it into the conversation.
So, your 200,000-mile Volvo, you still love it?
I love it. Love it.
Good for you.
It's my baby.
Yeah.
I'm excited about it. I don't like having a car payment.
How about when it breaks? How expensive is to fix it?
Inexpensive.
Really?
Sure.
Wow. So,
I got a good guy who repairs it. I trust him.
uh-huh.
It's about you. Look, we began the program by talking about relationships, and I think that what people dread about the process is they feel like they're at a disadvantage. I don't really know how much this car is necessarily worth. They've set a price at it. How do I know that that's actually a fair price for the automobile? They assume that there needs to be this give and take. Obviously, the approach that both of us have in our stores isn't based on that. That you worked out this whole relationship with the credit unions, which we didn't really even get into today, that said, look, I'm not going to inflate a retail price so we can just kind of negotiate down from that. What I'm going to do is I'm going to come up with a fair number on what this automobile is. Credit union says we can trust the automobiles that our members are seeing and potentially purchasing from this place. And as a result, anybody who comes into the store gets the benefit of what you're already doing for the members. Now, that doesn't mean that people still don't come in. They occasionally say, I see what this number is. How about a smaller number?
It happens all the time.
No harm in doing that.
No.
And I think you should ask questions. That's the biggest thing there. If you go into a place, any place, and whether, I don't care if it's cars, it's a house, it's you're looking to buy a television. Ask questions. And if you don't like the way you're getting answers, then trust your instincts and pull.
I bought a lawnmower yesterday. And
A rider or a pusher?
A rider.
You bought a rider.
I've been wanting to buy one for years. So I said to the guy, because people ask me this question all the time, I said, is that your best deal? And he said, yeah. I go, I may not buy it. He goes, so what? Go someplace else. Actually, he was a nice guy. And
I love.
He gave me $100 off.
Can I just tell you my favorite thing? And I want to. And look, if you are going out and you want to get a car that's going to be new to you, okay? I love the mystery car that's someplace else. That's my favorite. Right? You're selling this car that has approximately 12,000 miles a year put on it. Pretty average mileage. I found one, $5,000-$6,000 less, half the mileage.
He's probably lying.
Well, yeah. So it's like, well, where is that car? Because I'll go get it. That sounds like an awesome automobile. How come you didn't purchase
There's
it?
a saying in the car business: "The buyers are liars."
Whoa, oh.
That's what they say.
Yes, but we're now talking to potential buyers, Vince.
I understand. Doesn't mean that they don't want to twist the truth around.
They're working with the tools that they have to ensure that they're getting a good deal.
Here's how we can build confidence. We buy a car. We look 200 miles out from Atlanta. We see what other people are selling their same car for, and we're less. So when someone comes in and says, I see a car, same car, for cheaper, I'd say, where'd you see it? Let's look it up on Auto Trader right now. Ends the conversation.
But really, aren't what they're saying, isn't it sort of a way for them to say, just, I want to know that I'm not getting a bad deal here?
They want to get the best price for the car.
Right, so they use the tools that they think that they have available to them, which is to do. We had a car, I want to tell you this quick anecdote, because I know it's not maybe going to sound the greatest for me, but we had a car I got really excited about. It was a car that we were able to purchase, didn't require a tremendous amount of work to it, although it was some. And I thought this will be a great piece. We'll be able to be below the market. It'll be awesome. Here we are within 40 days of that car being in our possession for a year.
About to have a birthday.
It's about to have I can't even look it in the eye anymore. I come in, it's out there in my peripheral vision. I don't even make eye contact with it anymore. I'm like, is it still here? I don't know what is it about this car that I fell in love with. And every other person who's come in says, not me. And you know what I think it is? Here's my theory.
What?
It's a brand and it's a model that is luxurious enough that they expect navigation,
Uh-huh.
and it didn't have nav.
Well,
And I think as a result, and you know what the worst part about it is, and
What?
here's a little truth that nobody likes to say who's in the car business,
yeah.
we are going to lose money and lots of it.
Well, after a year, you deserve to lose money.
No,
Why
I didn't
not?
do anything wrong. I'm not a bad person.
It
We just
has
picked
nothing
the
to do
wrong
about
car.
being a bad person. It has to do with the name of the game.
I'm not happy about it.
So,
I can tell you
too
that.
bad.
I'm not excited.
You know what?
Whoever comes in and buys that car is getting a killer automobile.
Have you lowered the price? That's
Heck,
the question.
yeah, that's why I'm losing the massive amounts of
Have
money.
you looked out a couple hundred miles away?
I have.
And what happened?
I am willing at this point to drive this vehicle to the next highest price one, because we're already the lowest, and leave it across the street
What a sign.
with a sign.
Buy
look,
me.
Look here.
Yeah.
Take
Sure.
this one.
Try that. It might work.
I don't think the other person would like it.
The other person or the guy?
I think, you know what I think?
You know, I think.
Here's a little insider information.
What's
You
that?
know what I think the largest independent seller of automobiles is? Walmart parking lots.
You think so?
Every Saturday and Sunday, loaded up right out by the street.
You know, that's
Everybody who has a car for sale happens to park it at the end of the lot at Walmart on a Saturday.
And we're in Cummins. They have a
Any
Walmart
place,
in Cummins?
anyone, go to anyone.
That's against the law.
Right
by
next
the
to
way.
the RVs. There's
That's
people
called-
overnighting.
That's called curb stoning. That's against the law. You can go to your nearest police station and they can come over there and start checking the cars.
You know, we should talk about one of these segments,
What's that?
which is about the too good to be true cars on Craigslist.
That's interesting.
Yeah, because you see these cars, they're at normally low mileage, they're slightly out of your market. The person always just got transferred to a foreign country for employment, and they'll send you a check when they get there.
Oh,
Yeah, it's out there. People should be very cautious.
so
If it
I
sounds
don't,
too
they
good to
have
be true,
they
it
have a
probably
car
is.
they want to sell, and you're going to buy it from them, and just send me the money, and I'll send you the car.
Yeah. Oh, and by accident, I wrote the check for too much. So can you just send me back the difference?
Oh, those guys. I get them in the mail all the time. In fact, sometimes it's not about cars. It's about my relative just.
You have rich relatives that you didn't know that lived in Nigeria?
you just got assassinated, but he has millions of dollars in the bank.
All right, this is Car Connection Radio, 770-226-0920. You've got one more break to get in and ask your question. Give us a call. We are here for you. Car Connection Radio, Intelligent Talk, 920 WGK.